The helicopter sliced through the night like a dark arrow, rotors hammering against the thin air over the Hindu Kush mountains. The cold was brutal at this altitude, sharp enough to bite through steel. Inside, dim red lights bathed the cabin in an eerie glow, turning men into shadows and the walls into a cage of noise and vibration. Captain Liana Rowe sat in silence, eyes fixed on the flickering navigation display. Across from her, a squad of Navy SEALs adjusted their gear, faces unreadable behind the matte black helmets. To them, she was an outsider, an Army Ranger sniper loaned to their unit for a mission that didn't exist on paper. To her, they were ghosts with guns, watching, judging, waiting for her to fail. The team leader, Commander Rourke, leaned forward, his voice low over the comms. "You sure about your data, Ranger? A 3,200-meter shot is fantasy. We don't deal in myths." Liana didn't look up. Her gloved fingers tightened the bolt on her Barrett M107A1, the weapon gleaming dully under the red light. "It's not fantasy," she said evenly. "It's math. You just don't like the numbers." Rourke's jaw flexed, but he said nothing. The rest of the team exchanged quiet smirks, the kind men wore when they thought they already knew the ending. To them, she was just a quiet woman with too much confidence and too little muscle. They didn't know her record, her years of crawling through mud and death, her unbroken streak of confirmed hits across 5 theaters of war. Outside, the mountains loomed closer, black ridges cutting through the stars. The mission was simple: eliminate a high-value arms broker before he crossed the border into Pakistan. The target was moving under heavy guard, convoying through a frozen valley nearly 2 miles below. The SEALs were to exfil after confirmation of kill. But the shot, that impossible 3,247-meter distance, belonged to her alone. Rourke finally broke the silence. 3 clicks, uphill wind, near zero visibility, no one's ever made a confirmed hit past 2,700. "You screw this up, we're compromised." Liana met his gaze, calm and unflinching. "Then I don't screw up." The pilot's voice crackled through the headset. 10 seconds to drop zone. The ramp door opened with a mechanical groan, unleashing a flood of icy air. Snow spiraled through the cabin, glittering like shards of glass. Liana rose, slinging the Barrett across her shoulder. The rifle was almost as tall as she was, but it looked right in her hands, an extension of will and precision. Rourke watched her step to the edge, her silhouette outlined against the moonlight. "You really think you're the sniper everyone's been whispering about?" he asked, half mocking. Liana turned, a faint smile ghosting across her lips. "You'll know after the shot." And with that, she vanished into the night, the wind swallowing her whole. The snow crunched softly beneath Liana's boots as she landed hard on the mountainside, rolling to absorb the impact. The wind howled through the ridgeline, carrying with it the bitter scent of ice and gunpowder. The helicopter's sound faded into the distance, leaving only the whisper of snow and the pounding of her own heartbeat. She rose slowly, body low, breath steady. Every movement was measured, deliberate. Her world narrowed to what she could control: oxygen, position, precision. The night around her was vast and cruel, but she moved through it like she belonged there. The Barrett .50 rested across her pack, the metal already frosting from the cold. Liana knelt, unpacking her rifle with ritualistic focus. Each motion was automatic: bolt check, bipod deployment, barrel alignment. She whispered wind speeds under her breath, scanning the valley below through the digital scope. There, headlights, a convoy of armored SUVs crawled through the frozen gorge, engines rumbling low. The target, code-named Falcon, was somewhere in the middle vehicle. A global arms broker responsible for thousands of deaths. Tonight, his name would fade into the snow. Through her earpiece, Commander Rourke's voice crackled. "Greater than, Voss, confirm position. Ridge 9, elevation 10,420 feet. I have eyes. Copy that, we're in position 2 clicks west. Your shot window is 30 seconds once Falcon clears the tunnel." She inhaled through her nose, exhaled slow. Wind from the north, steady but cutting. She adjusted elevation, factored drift, humidity, even the Coriolis effect. A 3,247-meter shot meant no forgiveness. Miss by an inch here, and you miss by a mile there. Rourke's voice came again, sharper now. "Greater than, Falcon's vehicle exiting the tunnel, mark." Liana centered her scope. The crosshairs drifted over the second SUV. Inside, through thermal overlay, she caught a faint heat signature: passenger side, front seat. Target acquired. The world went silent. Her pulse slowed to nothing. The wind ceased to exist. There was only her, the rifle, and the man in her scope. She squeezed the trigger. The Barrett roared, a deep, primal thunder that shattered the stillness. The recoil slammed into her shoulder, snow spraying from the muzzle flash. She never blinked, never looked away. 4 seconds later, the front windshield of the target SUV bloomed red. The vehicle jerked sideways, tires skidding on ice before slamming into the canyon wall. Rourke's stunned voice cut through the comms. Greater than, confirm, hit. Alara didn't answer immediately. She simply ejected the spent shell, steam rising from the chamber like breath from a dragon. Then, calm as ever, she spoke.